Welcome to Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. I'm Power Coach Alishia, your source of fun, funny, exciting, entertaining, and educational coaching, speaking, and direct sales training with a twist of tough mama bear, no fluff, no hand-holding, no bullshit love. I specialize in helping women step into their personal power, unleash their inner badass, and put themselves first without feeling guilty, and doing all of that unapologetically authentic. So today I don't really have a topic to really talk about. Maybe something will, come up and I'll carry it on. So as we're jumping in here for everybody who's live, I thought it would be cool to do a live life coaching session, right? Sometimes that's a little scary. Why did I go here? I know, but I think that it'll be great to give you some on-the-spot clarity and that good jazz. So if you're on replay, or everybody who's just hang out, drop hashtag replay in the comments. That's always going to be great. And yeah, see what you can learn. I forgot to duplicate this before I got on live. I don't even know if this is showing me live. Well, I guess it is, because I just had to turn it off. Oh, happy St. Patrick's Day. I don't celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Today is on the spot. Life coaching. Alright. Send now. Where is everybody? That's really, really weird. Where are you people? The energy of the universe is interesting today, this week. Oh, look, somebody showed up. Hello, say hi to me in the comments. Hopefully my computer cooperates today, because we're not doing this multiple live thing. Kicks me behind schedule. Hello! Yay! People are starting to show up. Good morning, Paula. Mary's in the house. Okay, so since people are starting to show up, Trisha's here. Hi, Trisha. Shout out in the comments. What is your biggest challenge right now with life, or something that you're struggling to break through? Just go ahead and shout that out in the comments. Hi Tracy. Hi Jana. So challenge with life right now is stay on the life topic, right? Because this is my life coaching page. So biggest challenge with life, something you want help breaking through, shout it out in the comments. Or ask me a question, right? You could do that too. So this is Ask Power Coach Alishia. This is basically on the spot life coaching. So you can shout out your biggest challenge, something you want help breaking through, or ask me a question. How do you, or what do you do when, or what's your best advice for, that sort of thing. So this is Ask Power Coach Alishia today. And we will do these anytime I actually don't have a topic. That way I still, show up. Because if I don't have a topic like before, I just wouldn't show up. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Mary. Hi, Sepher. So today is Ask Power Coach Alishia, or you can ask me, if you have a challenge you want help breaking through, or whatever. So that's what today's about. That's a big one. That is a big one, Jenna. I keep dipping in and out of pure fuck it all. So first person to ask, Paula, staying motivated to move forward. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, Paula? And Jana, give me a little bit more about what's on your mind with that for you specifically, unless you were just asking it to get the topics moving. Again, for everybody joining, it's Ask Power Coach Alishia. So if you have a question like how do you, or how would you, or if you have a challenge right now you want help breaking through, tell me what that challenge is. It doesn't have to be a long novel, but do your best to be, specific around. So Paula said, staying motivated moving forward. So a little more detail with that would be, just a little bit about why you're not feeling motivated, or why that's your question or statement. Because it really isn't a question, it's more of like a statement. But because I can tell you what's on my mind with all of the shiitake going on, but I would rather have you guys keep things going. Nope. So Mary, this is all life. Anything business related happens Rockstar Direct Sales. So this is my Unapologetically You page. And I keep them very separate. Unless it's business stuff that is not related to direct sales, which I'll still probably keep that separate. So unfortunately, I won't be answering that question. All right, let me put my shake in here. All right, so let me get started because I don't see any more responses from you two, and I'll be sitting here forever. Everybody will be just staring at me. So Dawn, Zephyr, let's see, who else? Estrese, you're all good. Do you guys have, well, ask me a question about life, right? This is life coaching. So what's your biggest challenge right now? Do you have a question that you would like me to help you with? Do you have something that you want help breaking through? Shout it out. Yeah, that's a great way to rephrase that, Jana. Okay. So, Paula, if you can give me just a little more detail. I'm going to jump into Jana's and then we're going to come back to Tricia. So, Jana says, how do I help people stay positive when I feel like saying fuck it all and hiding under the covers? So, helping people stay positive is not your job. I'll be done shaking my shake in a minute. Helping people stay positive is not your job, okay? If you have any questions as you guys are coming on live, you guys are going to hear me repeat this a million times. Go ahead and shout them out in the comments or help breaking through something. Again, this is life coaching, right? This is the Unapologetically You page. It's not your job to help other people stay positive, right? It's your job to keep yourself positive. Be really careful with taking on ownership of something else for somebody else that's their job to do. All right, you can't help somebody else stay positive if they don't want to stay positive, right? But you can help yourself. So I believe, and I am not a conspiracy theorist, but right now I am. I personally believe that there is a lot more going on than the coronavirus because none of this makes sense. When you do like the flu comparisons and the percentages and all of the things, none of this stuff makes sense. So to me, there's a lot more going on. I think this is a science, not like a scientific, but I do think that this is a test to see how much they can control us and different crazy shit going on, and how hard it is to get the specifically American people to do what they want us to do without having to do any force, have to take any action. How easily manipulated are we to do what they want us to do? I believe it's something much bigger than the coronavirus, but not anything crazy yet. It's just a test. That is just one of my 2 cents. But as far as staying positive, it's hard, right? You have to channel your own thought process in the process. You have to hear yourself saying like what I just said, and then, go back and focus, right? For me, it's more about what my family dynamic's going to look like, right? I'm a home-based business and I depend on you and my other business clients to buy coaching, right? To join my membership program, to join my elite coaching program, whether it's life or business. I expect you to pay that membership fee or that coaching fee and move forward with that. But if you don't have a job and you're not getting paid, that's not going to happen. Or if your business is not moving forward, specifically for life coaching, you're usually paying that out of your day job income, right? Because a lot of people here don't have a business. So it's scary for me because I'm the sole breadwinner for my family and I don't have fucking PTO. There's no PTO. Now, it'd be different if I didn't just book a fucking trip to Hawaii, but I had to pay it off. There was a deadline. There was all the things well before everybody went into quarantine, well before it became this shit show, right? So for me, I go into this panic of, Dennis says, oh, we could cancel Hawaii. Well, then I lose $4,200. Like, it's not like I'm going to get that fucking money back, right? So it's not going to help my day-to-day income anyways. That's what we would have had to live off of. The $4,200 and the other $3,000 to go, plus probably more, that's $7,200. I would pay my bills for 2.5 months. There we go. Now we're out of the fucking shit showery, but that's not going to happen. So I'll go into this like, and then I go, you know what? I'm going to stay the course. I'm going to stay focused because that's what I have control over. So I don't know if it's as much about staying positive as it is as much about focusing on what you can control. You can't control the people who aren't getting paid or who are sent home, which there's a lot of people who are still working, right? So that is important, right? So I look at that and I go, okay, what can I control? I can keep showing up for Power Up with Power Coach Alishia. I can keep doing life breakthrough sessions. I can continue adding value. I can continue on, creating everything for my tour, which, by the way, I'm going on a tour this summer, which is called Surviving to Thriving. So it's taking you from just surviving in life to thriving. It's not a business coaching tour, but it will elevate your life. And if you do have a business as well, it's across the entire United States. And so then I jump, this is something I continually deal with, Jana, because, it could be July or August, right? Well, fuck, dude, I go on tour. I leave Utah on June 8th. We are booking venues right now. We're booking all of the venues today. So it's like, do you book the venues? Do you not book the venues? Do you start? You know what? I can control this. I'm going to book the venues. I'm going to move forward because I have control over that. I'm going to set up the registration page so you guys can start booking tickets. I do have control over saying if it does have to be canceled, then I will offer you a credit that is triple the value of the ticket or double the value of the ticket. That way, any of you that book the tour, if we can't do it, you will get a credit of that. You can use it towards something, right? Or maybe it's life coach. I don't know. I'll figure out something there. But here's the great thing. We are in a world that has access like this. So even if I can't go on tour, I can do an entire day that's digitally and then add some bonus onto it, right? I can control all of that. So instead of giving in and being negative, I'm not going on tour, I can't do this, fuck that, and just throwing up my hands, I'm going to move forward as planned, and then I'll make adjustments from there while coaching you all to continue taking action, right? Saying buy the ticket, and we'll figure it out, you'll be taken care of, and then we move forward. So really quick, I do want to plug my tour because I'm so excited. Speaking is my passion and I can't wait. Obviously, it's my passion. I start speaking at 9 a.m. and I'm not even awake yet on half these videos. I'm like, holy shit. We will be in Phoenix, I believe Atlanta. I think Atlanta's a question mark. St. Louis, Tampa, Florida, Richmond, Virginia, Philadelphia, Detroit, Minneapolis. Where else? Somewhere else over there. There's 10 or 11 tour stops, but I missed some of them. So if you're close to any one of those hub cities or any of my tour stops, I highly recommend you come. It'll change your life. Still following up with people from 5 years ago. They're completely different people today than they were when they came to the tour stop. And that was the thing that set them on that path. So really quick, shout out in the comments. What city are you closest to that I named? We will be doing lunch and learns in Texas, all across the fucking state. I don't have enough people in Texas to do a tour stop or like a meet and greet. So we'll be doing meet and greets all across the state of Texas. We'll be doing a meet and greet in Louisiana. We'll be doing a meet and greet in Alabama as well. There will be a meet and greet in Sacramento, California. And then once we get along the other side, I don't think there is any meet and greets, just due to the fact that that is where most of my clients are. So there are tour stops there. So just wanted to put that out there. So I would love for you guys to shout out in the comments, what tour stop are you closest to? All right, so after Jan, sorry, I accidentally somehow with one finger closed Facebook. I don't even know how that works. So the next one, and I'll go over today on my time. I'm not going to rush you guys. I want to coach you guys through this stuff. Tricia says, have you ever lived with someone else with your kids? I'm getting irritated because my grandmother is always saying the opposite of what I say. No, not really. I mean, once I had a friend who lived with me, or with us, I should say, but he didn't parent my children. But I'm really fucking strong. Now, why is there clumps? If it was my grandmother, which mine are all dead, I don't know. I'm a pretty bold person, so I'd probably put them in their place. Do you live with your grandmother or does she live with you? Because if it's their house, I would have a harder time, stepping up and saying something. Also, though, I would be doing my best to get the fuck out. But if they lived with me, can't kick her ass out. You probably live together because she's old, right? And she needs to be taken care of. All right, I'm processing as I drink my morning shake, like what I would do. All right, so here we go. This is what I would do. I would sit my kids down and I would it would be a come to Jesus meeting with my children. Because again, that's the side I can control. So it already looks like the theme of this life coaching session is focus on the things you can control, right? So she can say whatever the fuck she wants. But what I can control are my children, right? And I can say, listen, right to the fucking now. My rules are my rules. I don't give a shit what your grandma says. What I say goes. So if you go against my rules and what I say, you will be in trouble. You will not be able to use the excuse that, well, grandma said, I am your fucking mom and I'm the one that tells you what is what. So if you choose to listen to your grandma, then you're going to suffer the consequences. And I would tell this to my 5-year-old up. If you have kids younger than 5, I don't know what the fuck to tell you to do. But 5-year-old up, they can understand cognitively. Like I have a 5-year-old niece. Actually, at 4 years old, she might have been able to understand, but definitely 5, 6 on up, they can understand that you rule the roost. You do have control over that, and that's what I would do. I would make it very fucking clear who runs it, but then also in the same breath, I would also have specific things put in place. So I did my chore chart, right? And I did this, last week, was sometime, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday last week here on the page and, taught that. So what are some things that you can put in place that have the expectations, what you expect, so that they know, like it's written down. Maybe it's chores. I don't know what it is that you're talking about specifically, but if you enforce rules, focus on what you can control, and then implement consequences based on that, it's going to make a world of difference. Instead of battling against what she says, here's my fucking rules, here's what I say, here's what I expect, and if you don't do it, then this is what's going to happen. And if they make that choice, then enforce the consequences. It doesn't make sense to jump up and down. I don't really yell anymore. I used to be a big yeller, but I realized that for me, it just was too much. Okay? It was too much. I'm the one that suffered when I was yelling. So Janice says, that's exactly what I did with mine and my mother-in-law. Kids knew my rules were what mattered, period. Yep. All right. So Ashtri says, how do I motivated when I'm not getting the results I want or the results I feel like I should have? Example, eating right, some exercise for a month. My scale at home says 1 loss. The scale at the doctor says only 2 pounds gone. So I think that that's a good thing to talk about, because that's why I ended up starting my low carb, low sugar diet or lifestyle change. It's really a diet. I won't be doing it forever. I definitely won't be going back to what I was doing, because I watched The Magic Pill. I highly recommend it to everyone. Watch The Magic Pill on Netflix. Even if you view that documentary as skewed on keto, low carb, high fat, if you listen to the facts and the scientific evidence of food and all of the things, it will make a world of difference. And I'm not a big person that gives a fuck about food. I'm not the gluten-free, the high fructose corn syrup. I have always argued against all of these things. Like, I don't care. I know that my food is processed. Fuck everybody. I'm eating what I want. I've always been like that. You can hear a lot of videos that I've done in the past. I've been like that. And I still have that feeling, but I am a very logical person. So when you give me facts and proof, I watch it for myself and it's my decision, then I'm more open and I make that change and I grow and I realize that I want a cow and I want a farm and I want a pig. Daniel says we can't have a pig because I wouldn't be able to slaughter it, but I'd have somebody else come get it because I have my piggy pie that's going to stay, right? I want chickens. Like, I want to raise my own shit, so I know what the hell is going on and I want him to be free. And in this documentary, they teach you about grass. Now, why am I saying all this? Because I think it's important to attach to something else, right? Attach to the change, like the healthiness of your body. You're really attaching to like the scale and seeing those results on that side of it. And I don't think that is the wrong side to attach to. Now, I knew the other day when I got rid of all my, or like 30 pairs of shoes, and I put on the pants and I got on the scale, I knew that if I wanted to see an even more significant change in my body and a lot faster, that I was going to have to change my eating. But what I didn't know is what that was going to do. I could feel like everything in me, I knew I had to change the eating because I could tell my body felt weird and different. I wasn't feeling very clear. I could tell my energy for me is way low, even though Jenna said, dude, I couldn't imagine you on keto coffee. You would be bouncing off the walls. My energy has plummeted over the years. I see a huge difference when I look at videos in past and even videos today. Like, I have way different energy. Back then I was really working out a lot, and I talk about this a lot, doing a lot of damage to my body that I didn't realize I was doing, but I still had a fuck ton of energy because I was on low calorie, high exercise, and it gave me a shit ton of energy. So with that being said, you need to shift your focus. And like Jana says, watch yesterday's live. I guess that I did here. I don't even remember what the fucking topic was yesterday, to tell you the truth. But I've been talking a lot about action, right? I don't know how long you've been on your journey, Estrees, with your weight loss specifically. You said eating right. That may not be right, right? So I think eating right is, it's relative to what your body needs. So you may be following, let's say, the whole food diet, right? Or the whole food lifestyle. Like, I'm so sick of changing my words. The world has made us have to edit everything. I can't even write "hey girl" without somebody getting offended. Eating right is relative to what your body needs. Like, I could count calories and still eat all processed food and lose weight, right? And I feel great. Every time I've counted calories and lost that weight, I felt great. It was the weight loss that made the difference. However, I was still clogging my arteries and, setting myself up for high blood pressure and cholesterol, because I wasn't giving my body what it needed. I still had to supplement with pills to move through my digestive tract because African Americans struggle with that a lot, right? Colon cancer is a huge thing for African Americans because we're very constipated people. I know, probably TMI, I don't give a shit. I don't sleep very well, so I take a Rest Easy pill from Melaleuca that has like melatonin and other natural ingredients in it. Every day I have a probiotic, but then I also started taking another pill by Melaleuca to even out like my moods, right? Like, this is fucking crazy. I want to have high energy. I want to be able to sleep on my own. I want to be able to take a shit without a pill. Right? The fiber drink that I drink, I cannot have on the low sugar, low carb, high fat, because it has sugar in it. I looked at it today. It's 23 grams of carbohydrates for my 2 scoops that I have every morning. I can only have 30 grams a day. I'm not taking that. Like, my body's going to have to get its fucking shit together by my eating cycle, right? So what is it that your body needs? Maybe you're not eating right. Have you ever thought of that? Maybe what it is that you're doing, your body doesn't love. It's not what it needs. So switch it up, right? Do something different. Watch the documentary. Go from there. Adjust. Make some different decisions. What kind of workouts are you doing? Are you half-assing it? Maybe you're doing fucking yoga and Pilates and your body wants you to do HIIT training and push harder, right? You might want to look at the fact that just because you're taking action doesn't mean it's the right action for your body. Just because you're taking action doesn't mean that you're leaving it all out there, right? I think sometimes we get distorted with, oh, I have a salad for lunch and I eat my breakfast and my dinner's not very heavy and I do portion control and I go for a walk. Why am I not losing weight? Maybe your body's like, bitch, run. Get your shit together. This fat is not going to go anywhere with this leisurely fucking walk you're doing while you smell the goddamn flowers. Let's see. Latia's in the house. I can't help with migraines. Cannot help with migraines, Latia. I know nothing about them. Don says, suggestion on different ideas to work business during the coronavirus and all parties and events canceled. Nope, not here. This is life coaching, Don. Okay, guys, so always remember that. The Unapologetically You page is for life coaching. If you want coaching on your business, that's Rockstar Direct Sales. I'm live there on Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern, and right now we're in the middle of a booking challenge. And yesterday I covered all of that on day 1 of the booking challenge. So if you go to directsellersrock.com, that will take you to my free Facebook group for direct sellers. And if you watch day 1 and do the day one homework. The day one video, the first 20-30 minutes of it was all about how to work your business and mindset and all that kind of stuff. Paula says, I'm not sure I can put it into words, but I'll try. No, you're going to do your best. I'm going to start kicking your guys' asses over that word. With everything in chaos, I just feel like I want to close myself down and hide. So I did already cover that because that's what Jana said. Focus on what you can control, right? Which, let me also add something else. Because I did already talk about this, but I want to add something else. Don't exacerbate what is not there. This is the flu. Yes. So put it over here in its bubble. It's the flu. 100%. And actually, yeah, it's a pretty bad strain. I watched Stratton go through it. I watched, Daniel go through it. My other girlfriend had it. Your body processes it just fine. Stratton really struggled to breathe. Daniel did not struggle to breathe. Stratton processed it out in 3 days. Daniel processed it out in 2.5 weeks. One person's 36 years old. The other one is 11. Daniel processed it. His body moved forward. We didn't know it was the coronavirus because we didn't look up any of the symptoms. So we just treated it with Dayquil and NyQuil and sleep. And they worked out just fine, right? So it's not that. The problem is what is happening in the world, right? The actions everyone's taking. The president, which he really didn't puff it up yesterday. Everybody just said he did. I watched the fucking press conference. He was very nonchalant about it, but everybody lost their fucking mind, right? The whole point is to do their best to not have everybody having the flu. I don't know why. Normally the flu can come and run rampant and be just fine. Daniel had some sickness in August, September of 2016, right before we moved to Utah, and I literally thought he was going to die. It was way worse than the coronavirus. It was the craziest flu sickness I had ever seen. We had a cruise planned. He stayed in the room for half of the cruise. It was nuts to watch how sick this dude was. So here's the deal. The only way you can be caught up and panicking is if you're paying attention. True, right? And I get it's all over your news feeds on Facebook and it's in your face. I've gotten a million fucking emails. Bath and Body Works shut down. And as soon as I read the email that Bath and Body Works shut down, it was no. What can you control? Go in your group and respond to people. Show up and give them coaching. You're in the middle of a booking challenge. Focus on what you can control. I do not watch the news. So if you watch the news, I highly recommend you fucking stop today. Stop. I do not watch the news. I get all my news very quickly. And if I want to know world news, I just ask my A. I can't say it because she acts like an asshole. So I just say, tell me, world news. And she'll give me everything I need in 2 fucking minutes. Done. I know everything that's going on and I don't watch the news. And some days I get enough from fucking Facebook and my friends that I'm good to go. So this whole crawl in the bed and hide thing is more about the way you deal with life than what is happening around you. So and this is not just for Paula, this is for everyone. Just because things are happening like this and this shit is just fucking stupid, doesn't mean you crawl in bed and hide. This isn't a big deal. Yes, maybe somebody you love might die from it, but they're not dying from the flu, they're dying from pneumonia. They're dying from an upper respiratory infection, which people die from all the time, especially old people. Do you guys know that old people, when they get a common head cold at any time of the year, generally die because their immune system and body can't handle it? Every single thing we're hearing happens all the time. This is a smokescreen for something else. And when you say you want to crawl in bed and hide, why? From what? What does that mean? What's going on in your life? You're not hiding from the fucking coronavirus. You're not hiding from the world. You're not hiding because the fucking store's out of toilet paper. What the hell are you hiding from? It ain't this. So be very careful that you're not mixing it up. You're just using that as an excuse to run away from life. Oh, the world is in fucking panic for some dumbass reason, so I want to crawl in bed and hide? No. That's not what's happening. That sounds idiotic, right? That's because this is giving you a reason to escape life. Be very careful that you keep things in context. So because of everything else that you have going on and working through your shit, your ego wants to make this a reason to run away. Your ego wants to say, see, go, just go crawl in bed and hide. Oh, life sucks. Everything's so hard. Everybody's dying and you're locked down. Knock it off. Fight for yourself. All right. Let's see. Hell yeah, I'm coming to Philly, Tessa. Yeah. Mary is going to come to Richmond or Detroit. Ooh. They're 3 and 4. All right, Trisha. I think you need... Jana, how old were your kids when you lived with your mother-in-law? I can't remember, like, how cognitive 3 and 4 are. You said they understand. But I still think that's a little young for the, like, I'm going to kick your fucking ass if you don't do what I say age. They might not be a little young for that. I don't remember. It's been so long that I'm concerned. 1 and 4. Talk to Jana. Jana, help her. Help her. She needs it. Oh, check the net carbs, Mary? Okay, I will. You know, the thing is I want to be off of it anyway, so I want my body to poop on its own. And yesterday was pretty rough, like it wanted to, but it wouldn't. I know you guys, again, TMI, but I think as I continue moving forward, it'll process on its own. But I think if I put the fiber back in there, it won't get to its new regular. So I'm just going to do my best. It's Trisha, PM Jana. I think if I just do my best to let it like work itself out with the food that I'm eating, that it'll be great. So I'm just going to quit cold turkey since I've already quit anyways. I'm not going to add it back in. My question was regarding getting fiber in. What? I don't see your question about fiber. Oh, now what will you do? I'll just eat. I'll eat. Mary. Okay, so if you're an empath, don't use that as an excuse to run and hide. If you're an empath and you know that, and here's the thing, I have 2 things to say about this. I think this whole like people realizing they're an empath thing is also another crutch. Oh, I'm an empath, so I feel everything that everybody else feels. Yeah, okay, so what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Do you know that if you're an empath, there's a whole like list of processes? Look at this, look at this, look at this. There's a whole bunch of things that you could do to protect your energy and power. So instead of, now, Paula, I'm not saying this to you, I'm saying this to everybody. I am saying it to you, but I'm saying it to everybody. Instead of whining about it and wanting to run and hide because life is in, everybody's in a fucking panic, why aren't you Googling about how to protect your energy? Do something. What is within your control? Do something about it. Don't say, oh, I'm an empath and I feel it, so I want to run and hide. Well, that's bullshit. You're going to be an empath for the rest of your life, so you're just going to fucking run and hide over everything? Because shit's going to get hard and people are going to lose their mind. We're going to fucking go to war and they're going to take our goddamn guns and we're going to elect a president nobody wants. Blah, 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 blah. And now you're hiding because everybody's pissed off all the time, everywhere, about everything. As an empath, if you don't learn how to control that, you're just going to be a miserable fuck all the time. Because you tend to focus on what is going wrong everywhere and attaching yourself to those things. So you, one, have to learn to attach yourself to the positive and the energies that way, but also learn how to protect yourself. Do the work. You have that within your control, but you're choosing to let it all come at you and overwhelm you and do that. So because you're choosing that, that's what is. Choose something different within your control. Yeah, I'm being hard on you, but you can handle it. Mary's in Philly. Alyssa's in the house. Yep. Focus on other things. Protect yourself. Cut cords. Angel shielding. Boom. Let's see. Yeah. Latia says, I was only hiding from my past. I'm just reading through this stuff, you guys. One sec. Oh. So migraines. Jenna says, migraines can be two strong ideas fighting each other. Hiding from the negativity. Not me just saying it, but it could be other reasons, right? So Latia says, I was only hiding from my past. Jenna says, this is a big one. We have to deal with our past to move forward. I know. What is in your control, right, Jenna? Because it comes up over and over and over and over again today. I was like, I don't have a topic. We're just going to chat. See, you guys showed the fuck up today, and it really made for an amazing topic. What is in my control? Yay! Hi, Melody. 4 hours from Atlanta. All right, Jenna. So I think Atlanta needs to be a tour stop because I have some girls that live there. I know they would help me fill it. I'm really going to cities where I have people who can help me fill these tour stops. When I went on tour last time, it was just a whole fucking shit show. I was not smart about it financially and all the things. And this time I'm being very smart about it. So with that being said, I'm pretty sure Atlanta needs to be one. So I need to really talk to Daniel about that. He didn't have it on there, but I believe it needs to be. Because I have Sydney there, I have you there, I have my girl Stephanie, I have my girl Holly. I know you guys can help really bring the crowd, right? So I think that'd be awesome. Okay, so with that being said, what is within your control? I think I got through everybody's everything, right? Did I miss anybody? Comment if I missed somebody. Okay. So, why did you write nope? I went on now. I don't even fucking know what I was talking about. Okay, so maybe you do usually have it under control, but maybe you're not working as hard, right? You might have to work double time. You might have to be cutting cords 5 and 6 times a day, right? You might have to be meditating and clearing headspace 5, 6 times a day. You might have to be journaling your emotions and releasing all of that shit, even though they're not your emotions, 5 or 6 times a day. You might have to be shielding your energy 5, 6 times a day. You might have to be saging 5, 6 times a day. You might have to be sitting and meditating with your crystals 5, 6 times a day. You might have to have Tibetan singing bowls on all day long in your ears. So just because you normally have it under control doesn't mean that now you don't have to work 10 times harder to protect your energy as an empath. So be really careful with that, right? So just because you normally have it under control doesn't mean that what you're doing is going to work right now when the universal energies are fucked up. Like yesterday was so fucking eerie. It was so weird. And I don't even live by any of you guys. Just the energy outside and the streets were empty. It was just so weird. It was weird. And it probably was just a normal day, right? But it was weird. Weird. Yay! Thanks, Mary. I can't wait to go again. I've grown so much since the last tour. Topics and power will be a lot the same, but coming from a different angle. God, I can't wait. So I'm just going to go. So see, Mary says it was awesome to see me in person, you guys. So you have to be there on the tour. All right, let's see what else. Astrice, where are you? Are you closer to like St. Louis? I don't know where you guys are. Yeah, it was so weird. It was heavy. I don't know. So weird. So with that, let me see if there was something on a watch party. What is in your control? I want to do a wrap up here. I told you guys I would stay until I got through everything. What's within your control? Right? You cannot watch the news. It's not going to do you any good. The only thing you need to know is if you're required to stay in your house for 14 days, like San Francisco, and you can only go out to the doctor and to get supplies. That's the only thing you need to know. If your place is not locked down like that, then you make your choices on what you're going to do, right? I am always a psycho when my family gets sick anyways because I have a business to run. And if I go down, my head's not clear, I can't do these lives, I feel all fucked up, I can't make good decisions, I can't coach people right, it messes with anything. So anytime my family gets sick, I make them wear a mask and get the fuck away from me. My husband cannot touch me. It's like there's a big line in between the middle of our bed. I'm always like that. So I'm not going anywhere where there's people because I have a business to run and a family to take care of, right? That's a decision that I always make. It's not just this. But if people are all out acting crazy and everywhere and they could be carriers of it, like this flu is carried through, the person doesn't have to have it. I don't want it. I have a life to live, a business to build, and I'm going to fucking Hawaii, right? So just make your decisions based off of what you always would. If you would stay away from people who are sick, then stay away from people who are sick. If you have a good immune system and you don't give two shits, then go do what you would normally do, right? That part of it is all you need to know. Are they requiring you to stay in the house except for those two things? Or can you live life like normal? Then make your decisions from there. Be very, very careful putting yourself in places of emotional state that make you feel out of control. Because the more you put yourself in an emotional state that makes you feel out of control, the more out of control you'll feel. Then that's where panic starts to set in. I haven't cried yet. Mine is not, again, over what's going on. Mine is over how it's affecting everything, right? So I take a deep breath and I go back into what I control. And usually it's coaching you guys. I take a deep breath and go play video games with my kids. I told Daniel yesterday, at least the internet's still working. We know it's not going to affect it, right? It will be good. So be okay. Be great. Focus on what you can control. Don't put yourself in places that's going to make your emotions out of control. Stay away from the news. If you have a Google Home or if you have an ask them for the world news and call it good. If you have an Apple iPhone, I don't know anything about Android, but I can swipe all the way to, if I swipe this way, it'll pull up my menu on the left side and I can read the world news as quickly as possible. Don't exacerbate things that aren't really what they are. Keep things in their place, right? Make what is and nothing more than that. Because if you do, you're going to end up going down some of the trails I have. What am I going to do? I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. Oh my God, I would lose my house. No, we're not doing that. We're going to show up. We're going to work out. We're going to eat this healthy food. We're going to move forward. We're going to, all of the things. We're going to, life is normal. Except I'm not going where people are fucking sick because I have a business to run and I wouldn't do that anyways. We're still booking our venues. We're still moving forward. Move forward. Move forward. What can you control? You have the choice to put your emotions into that, right? And don't get me wrong. Throughout the day, I bounce in and out. I bounce into it, talk to Daniel, bounce back out, I got shit to do. Bounce into it, talk to Daniel, bounce back out, let's play video games. Bounce into it, talk to Daniel, bounce back out, reply in the groups, right? It's not to say it's not going to kick in, but you have to be careful. I'm really strong. I don't sit in places, I'm not a victim. I'm not going to sit and cry about it. If you are already in this headspace and you're already in an emotional state and you're already struggling to, step into your personal power and, step up, I don't have any of those things going on with me. So I can work through this a lot easier. But if we're already in a more victim, down, struggling with life state, then you should quarantine any negativity. You should quarantine yourself from any news. You should be quarantining yourself from any talk about any of it. And you should be bathing yourself in personal development and positivity and moving your life and or business forward. Yeah, that's my prescription for you. That's your antibiotic, right? You cannot be part of any of it. Truth. And you can hide people's posts for an hour, a day, a week, or a month. So if you notice there's consistent posts about it, you don't have to get off Facebook. I think that's what people don't realize. Just hide the person's posts for 30 days. Yeah, I'm coming to Richmond, Virginia. Yes, ma'am. And I think you're one of the reasons. I'm pretty sure you're one of the reasons that I'm coming to Richmond, Virginia. So your ass better help me get people there. Oh, I'm coming to North Carolina. That's one of my other tour stops. Estrees will be in somewhere. I don't know where. Where were we last time? I think it's Raleigh. So Dennis says, we were sent home from work kind of on a rotation schedule. I can control where I go when I am out. At home, I can control exercise, meals, my business, doing online parties and lives, etc. Exactly, right? What is within your control? Oh, diffuse lemon and peppermint to banish negativity. So if you like essential oils, there's another suggestion. See, you guys, we're banding together. We are working together. We are we're obviously gonna make it through this because this is not a thing. This is a test. I'm more upset that we're following the test. I'm more worried about what the government now realizes that they can control and what that means coming forward. You guys are all fucking worried about this coronavirus fucking bullshit. And I'm like, look at how easy it is to control the entire United States. What is it? The billions of people they can control in the snap of a finger by saying that the flu is running rampant right now during flu season. The logicalness, this is where I go nuts. I am a rabbit hole person. I look at everything from a million different aspects and then I lose my fucking mind if it looks like a conspiracy. Like the Twin Towers. When shit like that, that's where I go nuts. And if I spend too much time there, my energy gets angst and I'm going what's coming next? What are they really doing? Why are they doing this? Because I am not a conspiracy theorist, but when the facts point to some crazy shit is going on, I'm like, wait, what the fuck? Open your eyes, right? What are they really not wanting us to see? I say this to Daniel every single day. What do they not want us to see? This has nothing to do with the flu. This is a smokescreen for something else. But you guys are so wrapped up in this fucking bullshit that we're not paying attention to everything else. I'm telling you, there's something else. It's huge. But I do think it's a test. Because everybody's just doing it, right? It's easy. You can get everybody in San Francisco, California, you know how many fucking people are there, to quarantine for 2 fucking weeks by just saying it? You don't even have to enforce it? Ugh. I would just boycott if I was in San Francisco just because that scares the fuck out of me. That's what's scary to me. Now you guys know what's in my head. Fuck the flu. Let's see what Mary says. Mary says, your theory on coronavirus is exactly what I've been thinking. I've been telling people it's a test for control for a while. It's so weird. Don't go down there. Don't go down that rabbit hole. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Zombie apocalypse. Watch the stock market. Streets, you're speaking to the conspiracy theorist in me. Who didn't get flu shots last year? I never get flu shots, ever. And I'm not sick. I didn't get it. Daniel and Stratton got it, but I didn't get it. My immune system bought it. Dinah's been using essential oils. She made some homemade hand sanitizer with it. Really helps. Hey, Dinah, are you in my Step Into Your Personal Power Facebook group? If you go to group.powercoachalishia.com, if you're not, join that group and post your hand sanitizer recipe. Oh, yeah. You're moving to Georgia, so Richmond or Atlanta. Okay, gotcha. I forgot about that. Raleigh, I can't wait to meet you. Yay, I can't wait to meet you. All right, so I am going to be talking a lot more about the tour because, I have to pay for the venues. It costs my family a lot of money. The tour, for us to be on the road for 40 days and put on the tour, is about $25,000. So for those of you guys that are in these hub cities and love me, I would really love for you to be a liaison. I'm really looking for 5 people from each city that will help me fill the room. And everybody who refers, I don't even know, a certain amount of tickets, maybe like 3 people who buy a ticket, your ticket will be free or something like that. I'm working on a process because you're there, right? You have people there, and it is surviving to thriving. So it's not a business tour. It is a mindset tour that will help with life and business, right? It's basically what you see me do here every day on steroids. Yeah, that's okay, Celia. No worries. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to get my workout in. I hope I've given you guys some power today for yourself and to control what you can control. Whatever is going to be, even if this is a test and all of that, it is, right? I can't control that. It stresses me out and makes my heart race. So I have to digress. Yeah, so I'm working on the registration page right now, Mary, for the tour. It's a little bit more in detail. It takes a little bit longer for me to create it because I have to set up everything for each tour stop for tickets sold instead of just being like one order form for all tickets. So I am working on that, getting that all put in place. The marketing for tour starts on Monday. So I will be reaching out to those of you that I've been connected to, been working with, helping, coaching, all the things to help me move this forward. So next week, just expect to hear from me. I'm so freaking excited, you guys. This is all the things. So with that, go control your power. Focus where you can focus. Bathe yourself in personal development. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow? Is today Tuesday? Oh yeah, I was like, is it Thursday? I always keep forgetting to tell you my statements. Oh, he's in a good place, right? Like, that's always so hard. So I'm sending you lots of love and peace and strength right now, Celia. You guys remember to give yourself some grace, right? And say yes to yourself more than you say yes to other people. And remember, progress, not perfection in all that you do. Mwah!